So, if we think to ourselves, what is the most prehistoric, most ancient symbol in the entire world, and that is in every indigenous culture across the globe, what would that be? Absolutely. It is truly the most prehistoric symbol anywhere, ever. And in this prehistoric time, how did the whole world have the same symbol? They had no telephones, there was no mail, no email, but every single indigenous culture upon this planet has the spiral. And it is the most sacred of symbols to every indigenous culture upon this planet. We have the Celts and the Norse from the north. The meaning of their spiral is all universe. It means eternity, and it means goddess. We have the Romans and the Greeks. They believe the spiral is of the gods, the oneness of the soul. The Aborigines use the spiral. They believe it means all things that are glorious. The Islamic people use the spiral for holy things that cannot be written. They do not write the words of gods and goddesses. They use the spiral because it is holy. The African cultures use the spiral as the womb, the great mother and goddess. The Orient spiral means the beginning of all life, where the gods come from. In India, they actually believe that it means the one, female sexuality. And in their spiral, you can actually find the Fibonacci sequence. The Native Americans use the spiral, meaning it is all energy, all consciousness, great spirit. The Hopi use the spiral, meaning the sacred ones, all living things, the journey of everything living. The Mayan use the spiral. Their belief the spiral shows the seasons, the solstice, the circle of life, all life. The Polynesians, it means immortality. So why did they have the spiral? They saw it. They saw the spiral. Nobody taught them about the spiral. Every culture on this planet, of all ancient beings, saw something exactly the same. They did not teach each other. They knew it themselves. How did they know it? They saw it. How many of you have seen the spiral? The whole world has seen the spiral. It is everywhere. You cannot miss it. It is everywhere. Have you seen the videos? Have you watched it happen? The ancestors have been telling the wisdom keepers, and we had a meeting about this several days before it happened. Grandfather told us it was on its way. And with it comes new energies and new life to this planet that has not been here for a very long time. These spirals have actually been happening all last year, but this is the largest, and it's opened something to our world that has not been here since the prehistoric times, since the time of these great indigenous peoples. And in that meeting, when we spoke about the spiral, Grandfather told us science will try to come up with a solution. They will try to tell the people what to believe, but they will not find a solution. And they will be without an answer. And millions will see it. And there is no way to cover up something this large. In the last year, none have been this big, but there have been several coming up to this spiral. Brazil, China, Tomsk, Russia, Canada, Moscow, Iran, Utah, Nebraska, Uzbekistan, Yosemite, Mexico, England. Those all happened in 2009. All the same spiral, all the same blue light in the sky. And now this year, in 2009, at the end of 2009, comes the largest of all. No, science cannot tell us what it is, but the ancient ones can. Our ancestors can. The wisdom keepers can. This time on our planet is something actually spectacular. We're the very last thing on the prophecy list to come before the change of all man, woman, child, and Earth herself, so that the light beings will return. The great energies will return to our planet to help us remember who we are and to help us change from living from the mind into the heart. Although we are the strongest of the strong and we are gods and we are goddesses, someone has to help us awaken. And they love us so very much. If you think of how much you love your child, just think about that for a moment. How much these beings love us and want us to remember who we are and want us to remember how to create something much more fabulous than what we're living in this dream that we're going. It doesn't have to be this way. It can be so much more beautiful. And that is why they're returning.